Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have top 10 summoner Tamer Manga. It's always nice to see a main character who can summon monsters and fight alongside them, or even tame them. As such, I decided to compile a list for you guys, with some of my favorite works, so I hope you enjoy it. If this video helps you out, or if you simply want help, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe if you're a fan of anime, manga, or manhwa content. Without further delay, let's get into the top 10. Number 10 comes with the Beast Tamer was fired from his childhood friend's S-rank party. A Beast Tamer without a familiar. Locke had been supporting his friends in an S-rank party until they finally decided to use him as a decoy and abandoned him. After a conversation with the Fenrir his party was attacking, he chose to serve him as his familiar. By using and expanding the mini monster garden, Locke gathers more and more familiars to form the strongest and cutest party ever. Behold, a fantasy where men and beasts go on adventures together. There's a few things that made me enjoy this manga more. Of course, the monsters was one of them, but the other is the little details that are different from other works, like the fact that the main character has a sort of garden where the monsters and himself can go. That's, for example, something I really enjoyed. Obviously, this is still a new manga, so it has a lot of room to grow. If you feel like you might enjoy it, give it a chance. In number 9 we have the weakest tamer began a journey to pick up trash. Ivy's daily life is anything but peaceful, ordinary childhood enjoyed by other children. She possesses memories of a past life in another world, and at 5 years old she learns to her parents' shame that she only has one low-level skill: taming extremely weak slimes. Unwanted by her family, she begins living in a nearby forest, learning to survive on her own with the help of her village's local fortune teller. But when Ivy's starless existence is blamed for the old woman's misfortune, a few years later, the child is forced to flee to avoid being killed. She journeys from town to town collecting discarded items and selling what she can, until one day Ivy encounters a rare slime that she names Sora. What adventures await the young girl and her slimy new companion? This is a comfort manga. It's very peaceful and cute, but also with a really interesting story. Obviously, you won't find any great deals of action here, but there's tons of adventures. I really enjoy this manga, and I know you will too. Number 8 comes with the Useless Tamer. The name of this manga is a bit weird, but just go with it. Due to an accident, the protagonist died and was reincarnated. He was shocked to find that his new world, his former job as tamer in his previous world, was acknowledged as a low class. Utilizing his knowledge from his previous life as a basis, he then applied unique buffs to his beasts, taking back the ultimate power that he once possessed. With his power in his hands, he thought to start his new life as an adventurer. Now, this is also a great story that I really enjoyed so far, even though it is a bit recent. The main character can be a bit immature at times, but overall I do like the way he acts and things. I do wish they focus more on the tamer aspect, but it seems like they're focusing on the world building for now. I still think it's a worth read, so give it a chance. In number 7 we have Kojiin Tamer. The main character, who died of old age, reincarnated as a baby in a different world where he was picked up by a poor orphanage. He quickly grows up and under the watchful eye of the gentle director and staff. With skills received from God, it starts to exert talent. He now lives at his own pace, adventuring with cute monsters and good friends. Now this story is about children and animals, so it's pretty slow, but it's definitely a nice change of pace. The main character is not overpowered and it doesn't succeed at first try. And while the story is quite simple, it also makes it for a peaceful and easy read without annoying elements, which is something I always enjoy. Definitely give it a try if you're looking for something more relaxing. Number 6 comes with By the Grace of the Gods. Upon his sudden death, a middle-aged otaku businessman finds himself in a curious situation. 3 gods request his cooperation in their divine plot, which requires him to reincarnate in another world as a young boy. Equipped in magic, young Ryoma undertakes a carefree existence in a forest, leisurely learning more about his new abilities and surroundings. And then when he encounters a slime like those in video games from his former life, Ryoma uses his newfound magical powers to get creative with his research. Will the gods get more than they bargained for with Ryoma? Another great manga about a summoner, and yes, it does have an anime adaptation, but it doesn't do it justice whatsoever. I really like this manga for numerous reasons. The main character is not in a rush, he does things his own pace, and I really like to see that. He's also very creative with the slimes, which it's amazing. Overall, a very nice read, so give it a chance. In number 5 we have My Isekai Life. I gained the second character class and became the strongest sage in the world. Whether at the office or at home, the main character works all the time. So when his own PC flashes a message about him being summoned to another world, he restarts his machine, only to find that he's inadvertently accepted the summons. Now in a fantasy world far removed from paperwork and computers, he has just one thing on his mind: waking up from what he thinks is a dream and getting back to the mountain of work he left behind. But this other world has other plans for him, who quickly discovers his Monster Tamer character class allows him to befriend slimes. And, thanks to their number, those slimes help him absorb so much magical power that he gains a second character class in a blink of an eye. How he will wield this power now that he's the greatest sage that the realm has ever known. Now, while I did enjoy this manga, let me tell you that the main character is quite slow. He does things his own pace and it takes him quite a while to realize his power, which I have mixed feelings about. Now, this one also got an anime adaptation recently, but I can tell you for sure that the manga is better, so give it a chance. Number 4 comes with Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill. The main character was nothing special in modern Japan, so when he was summoned to another world of swordplay and sorcery, he thought he was ready for the adventures of a lifetime. Too bad the kingdom that summoned him only got him by mistake. Not only was he the one of the 3 summoned heroes, but his stats were laughable compared to theirs. On top of that, there's something really sketchy about this kingdom. These people are the kind that try and use the hero he realized and immediately left to make his own way into this new world. The only thing he can really rely on is his unique skill, the online supermarket, a skill that allows him to buy modern goods in a fantasy world. It's useless for combat, but if he plays his cards right, he can lead a comfortable life. At least that's what he thinks, but it turns out modern food, bought with his skill, has some absurd effects. This is my absolute favorite. If you don't read anything else from this list, at least read this one. The main character, you could say he's a tamer, and his ability is something completely unique which I quite like. Without a doubt, a great work that will give you plenty of good times. In number 3 we have Yuusha Party. Because the main character was a weak and simple beast tamer, he was expelled from the heroes group, but that didn't stop his desire to be an adventurer. By taking simple quests afterwards, he was destined to encounter with a strong cat girl. Now, to give you a better explanation, the main character finds out that he can tame people from beast races like cat race, wolf race, and so on, and he can make them stronger. Now, that will probably lead to an ARAM, but hey, it is what it is. Another thing that you might not enjoy is the main character. While I don't really mind, the main character is quite soft. He doesn't kill the villains, he always forgives them, and so on. Like I said, I don't really mind, you might, so read if that doesn't bother you. Number 2 comes with Legend. The main character, living in a northeastern countryside town, lost his life in an accident during summer vacation, but before he knew it, a mysterious ball of light appeared in front of his eyes in a world of whiteness. Being a magician from a parallel world, that ball of light is looking for someone qualified to inherit the magic that they had created to prevent it from being lost. He who took on that suggestion lives in the parallel world Elgin, with a new body and a powerful magical power. Now, while this work doesn't focus specifically on the fact that he's a summoner, he is one without a doubt. He's not incredibly overpowered, which I quite enjoy, and the story has a nice pace. Even though it's not incredibly original, it's still a really good story that I enjoyed and that I spent quite some time reading. So give it a try, cause I'm sure you will enjoy it too. And in number 1 we have Black Summoner. Waking up in a strange new place with no memory of his past life, Kelvin learns that he gave away those very memories in exchange for powerful new abilities during his recent transmigration. Heading out into a new world as a summoner, with his first follower being the very goddess who brought him over, Kelvin begins his new life as an adventurer, and it isn't long before he discovers his hidden disposition as a battle junkie. From the Black Knight of the ancient castle of evil spirits to the demon within the hidden cave of the sage, he reveals in the fight against one formidable foe against another. Now, there's a lot of things I like about this manga. It's in fact that good that it got an anime recently, and even though the anime came out alright, I still enjoyed the manga more. The characters are well written, and even though the pace of the story is quite fast, it still gives way to a good development. Overall, one of the best summoner manga out there, so give it a chance. Now guys, this is the top 10 Summoner Tamer manga. Did you find any manga that you haven't read yet? Did you like it? If this video helped you in any way, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.